asking real people how much they think it all costs.
Wow.
All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably $10 each.
$75.
What if I told you that this Domino's Perfect Combo is only $19.99? Shut the front door.
This will feed a family.
It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
HomeAdvisor. Looking for the right bank? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. SouthernStatesBank.net. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 410611.
Hank Arnold here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly what to look for in order to prevent safety hazards and costly effects that may be found in your home. Ask about our free roof and termite inspections to ensure all areas are covered. Visit homescaninspector.com.
Good morning, Christopher. How you doing? My good friend. Good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. We'll get started here shortly.
Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location. Bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works for multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the best? 706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial top local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Let's get ready to kick it off.
Hello, this is Perry Johnson's 2 cents on the economy today. Are we headed for a credit crisis in office buildings?
Get your coffee. I got mine.
It's interesting to note that we have somewhere between $80 and $280 billion office buildings refinanced.
Amen, Selena.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clients.
You got that right. It is not. Well, it's period number one of the 3 periods of nonstop play. It's a Twisted Tuesday. We get twisted with you. We've got movie reviews. We'll talk movies in the final period, but also coming up this morning, we're going to talk sports. Well, you shouldn't do that, Dirty Dan. Jesus Christ, what the hell's wrong with people? I am RyanORadio, Penitentiary host Ryan O'Neal. You're in lockdown and you're about to get it. Yes, I am the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, 50,000 plus of you know it worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud. You're across the RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation, where the people that own the country, the real patriots, are listening out there. And also going out, oh, that makes somebody mad, right? And then going out there across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're right here across 99.1 FM, The Key, WQEE, real radio for real people and real intelligent people. If you're in lockdown on the YouTube page, welcome in, because the inmates are about to eat you alive. And to my haters, I am the man around here. Good morning, Christopher. How you doing this morning, buddy? Selena says, this is the day the Lord has made. Good morning to her as well. I don't know. I can't watch you do that. True Dark. I mean, that's kind of a personal thing. And Dirty Dan, I thought you were better than that. Dirty Dan, are you racist? Are you ignorant? Are you stupid? Did somebody piss in your coffee this morning? Piss in your cornflakes? I'm going to get up and say being racist is fun. Well, when you get your ass beat by a bunch of black guys, don't come whining to the rest of us. I won't get beat up because I bent over for the Klan. God, that's sick. I mean, Dan is being kind of uneducated, but boy, this other person is just sick in the head. They really got to get on. They really got to get on the internet and act like that on the YouTube. Do people have to really be that damn stupid? I mean, really, this is why everybody don't need the internet, and this is why the internet won't be around for the way you want it to be. This is why you'll get mad and go, my freedom of speech is being taken away from me. I can't say racist things and sick things because the FCC don't like that. No, they don't. They don't like it, and it's not a freedom of speech thing. But I can say what I want. Didn't George Washington sign that there Declaration of Independence? No, actually he didn't, but didn't they sign that Declaration of Independence there for me to be able to say sick things? No. And I'm talking about the guy that was saying some sick things on there. Now, Dan, we're going to have to pray for you with you being racist. But no, we don't say the N-word, Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan, I'd like for you to come here and meet some people I know and say that in front of them. I got some guys down the street here I'd like for you to meet. Couple of big old guys. Actually, one's a big old guy, but a couple of them are skinny little guys. But, say that word to them. Yeah, to be fun for them, not for you. I'll be doing play-by-play. Dirty Dan's getting his butt beat by these extremely talented young men that have got big muscles and everything. And their skin's a little darker than his, but he said the wrong word to them. Oh, he's getting beat down. Oh, no, he's getting beat down. Really? You really gotta be like that for real? I thought you were better than that, Dirty Dan. I don't know why people get on this page and say that. What gets people to get on the internet? My question. And then everybody's fussing about TikTok. Who cares about TikTok? Nobody's. Okay, who cares about people that are doing it for a living? Who cares? Okay, I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm tired of it. Let them shut them down. I know the government's doing it because that it's against China or something or whatever, and it's a Chinese company, and we don't want them to know our secrets and all that kind of stuff. But I think we need to just start shutting people off the internet, period. I mean, really, just start shutting people off the internet, period. I mean, they just stupid. And look, it's not even kids, which is bad. You figure teenagers will act a fool and say stupid things, or young people will say stupid things, but majority of them come on my page, don't even act like that. So, it's somebody in the mid 30s or 40s, or even somebody in their 50s that's acting going, I'm tired of the way I want to be the way it used to be. And look, with your Generation Xers out there, I just want to know. When did you forget that we used to run around listening to Metallica, and 90s country was popular, and Snoop and all them were popular? When did you forget we used to run around going, say it, and all of a sudden now you're going, these young kids and whippersnappers, I want to say the N-word to them, and I want to be next. When did you change to becoming a boomer? That's what I want to know. Thank you, Christopher. That was terrible, the way they were acting. Man, these people, I had to get them off the page because I know that it would hurt it would disrespect some of the people that listen to me. I just don't understand. Explain to me, guys. It's 15 minutes past the hour, 75 degrees under beautiful skies out there, kind of cloudy. Summer, winter, spring, fall, active pest control, bringing you a look at it all. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, great things at all. I just want to know. I mean, tomorrow's June 10th. It's the official celebration. Most of the celebrations were on Saturday because it was the weekend, but tomorrow's the official day. We're going to have people say some of the dumbest, most uneducated. And look, I had some sad news for my area I had to talk about this morning. Yeah, we had a fire yesterday that took out 6 people and that were killed in this fire, and our community's coming together to help them out. So, it's a good community. But we'll talk about that. But also this morning, we'll talk about a couple of up in the skies air updates. Southwest Airlines and Skywest Airlines making some mistakes. We'll jump into that, and we'll get you the U.S. Center for Disease Control saying that there's a possible shortage of ADHD medicine, Adderall. We'll get into that. We'll give you some other headline news, sports, and more. And we'll talk movies in the final period. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? 27% of you say Superman Christopher Reeve, who was murdered in his home. Bob Crane was murdered in his apartment. That's 27% of you. Nobody has gave Bob Crane any love this morning, 0%. Bruce Lee, who had sort of a, what do you call it, curse on him, or the mafia was after him. 31% of you say Bruce Lee, and 46% say other has impacted you. Which of those? What's up, Joe? Robin Williams was my vote, says, oh, yeah, Joe, that is a good vote. That is a good vote. Good morning, Pete. How you doing in the Navajo Nation? Everyone else? Good morning, Sweet Leaf says, good morning. Thank you for welcome. Finally, the normal people are coming in. Yeah, I know. We had some very hateful people in here. All right, I just want to tell you how good. John, did I say Joe? I'm sorry, John. I saw you in a different place, and it's different again. Love, bro. Thank you, Pluto. Thank you. If I said Joe, John, if I said Joe, I'm sorry. You're John, my man, John. The only real John out there. Sorry. Good morning to you for being with you. Oh, wow. Yeah, you missed. I had to eliminate some people this morning. What's up, free Wi-Fi? Shout me out, bro. I sure did. I did that for you. Oh, man, yeah. You missed somebody wanting to talk, say, be racist, and then somebody was just being downright sick. And that's why I'm not against. That's why I'm not against the FCC coming in and shutting rules and saying you can't say certain things on the internet anymore. Same way they did with radio. I'm not against it. Ooh. Oh, that was with me. Big Busta in the house. What's up? Hello. I hope I don't lower the IQ level in this chat room this morning. Nah, nope. You didn't. You guys did not. We had two. It was on already that tried to lower it, but we got rid of them because I knew that you guys would eat them up, but I didn't have time for you guys to eat them up on this Tuesday morning. Oh, wow. Although Joan Rivers' death was suspicious, it's timing after calling Michelle Obama a man. Wow. Well, I don't know if Michelle is a man or not. I'm not going to get into that, but it is strange that Joan Rivers is dead shortly after doing that. I agree with you on that, John. She didn't deserve to be killed. I mean, die. Well, the Epstein one wasn't strange to me, so that's why I didn't put him in there. He was in there with a police officer that would have killed him like any other police officer kills people who do that kind of thing. And I don't care whether he killed himself or didn't kill himself. That's one less scumbag in the world that our children are safe from. So the whole Epstein thing is not a mystery to me. I don't really care. Yeah. They are pretty broad. Not as broad as Brittany Griner, though. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yes, lots of trolls in these chat rooms sometimes. Annoying. What I missed, says Toby. What's up, Toby? How you doing? No, some guy wanted to come in and start saying, say the N-word with the R on it. The R. And I was like, dude, he says, fun. I drive around doing it. And I'm like, okay, that was stupid. We just said he was stupid. But another guy just come in saying some disgusting, sick things. I was like, how can anybody be on the internet doing that? And they're not even trolls. They're, yeah. Did you hear my comment about Brittany Griner, John? That's why they're jealous of Caitlin Clark. We love Caitlin. Joanne, good morning to you, Joanne Sanchez. How you doing this morning? Bali. That is in your country, the way you guys have those names, but that was not the way he was trying to say it. He was trying to be a hateful, racist person, thinking he was being funny. Probably some 30-year-old or some 60-year-old going, I can't have my life the way it used to be, man. Because teenagers don't do that. They're a little bit smarter than us. I found out my mom has type 2 diabetes. Wow. We'll pray for her. I know you may not. In the name of Jesus Christ, we're going to pray for Toby's mother and hope that everything goes right. In the name of Jesus Christ, we'll give you Toby's Price's mother. Amen. Great having coffee, says Joanne. Hope your day is going great. It's going wonderful. We always learn something new with Bali on here. That's what I love, learning in other countries. Love it. I love it. Anyway, we definitely going to get into a couple other things. Won't worry about the beginning of the show anymore. This is the true beginning of the show. Everybody's coming on talking. 23 minutes past the hour, 75 degrees in the Atlanta market. And ladies and gentlemen, I've got a couple of things we want to talk about. It is a runoff election day here in the state of Georgia. We'll talk about that in a few moments. I saw a real skeleton cross the street yesterday, bro. You wouldn't have believed it. Really? Were you hanging out with Sweet Leaf smoking some of that special stuff? I'm picking with you, brother. I'm picking. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't do it, but you can. All right. I do got some sad news. And look, it seems like it hit the national headlines, but let me tell you, it's Noonan. Noonan. N-E-W-N-A-N. Noonan National Media. Not New Man or New Moon. It's not the guy from, it's also not named after the guy from Seinfeld. So cold as a witch's tit right now, but sunrise is, let's see. but sunrise is about to chase away that cold, says John. There you go. He was hanging out with me, says Toby. Buster says, great new medication around managing type 2 diabetes these days. Gotta love modern medicine. There you go. All right, this is, I want you guys to keep my community in their prayers and show you that our community cares as they're helping this family out. 6 people have passed away, including 3 children, and 5 others were injured in a house fire in Noonan, not Newman or whatever. They got it wrong. Noonan. When Coweta County Fire Rescue arrived in the house at 4:57 a.m., and the reason I'm saying this is because you don't come to this area and tell these people. They let me come to this area about 8 years ago and be a part of it, and I've learned the right way of being a Noonanite, and I'm defending them on the air worldwide too. Not Noonam. It says Noonam. Oh Lord. Good thing some of our Noonan people are not on. Pete is, but some of them are not on. They'll be like, what? They call it what? I'm just saying. Good thing you got me talking about it. They found about 50% of the engulfed in flames there at about 4:57 a.m. yesterday. The fire quickly spread through the home and into the attic. We are about 38 miles southwest of, hello, Wisem, about southwest of Atlanta. 11 people were in the house, and crews responded to that and having 6 victims. It was a tough morning, according to our fire chief. All 6 people were in the home, were found dead. 5 other in the Grady Memorial Hospital with some serious injuries. Oscar and Kaylin Bonner, their children and other relatives were inside the residence when the fire began. Reverend Buddy Waldron of Pleasant Hill Baptist Church in Sonoya told WTVM out of Columbus, there's no way we're going to reason this out. So, there's going to be a lot of unanswered questions. This probably was one of the major issues that are going through the minds of the family of those children. Older generations, we know that our time is near, but children, you don't expect it. Amen, you don't. The Coweta County's coroner's office said that it's hard for me to say this right here. We got 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds, a 36-year-old, but 3 children, 6, 12, and 13. That was hard right there. Pete, back before Coweta started, the man named Noonan started Noonan. There you go, brother. There has to be an increase in the random acts of violence and mass shootings in America recently. There has been. I agree with you on that. The Coweta County Coroner's Office said that, and Coweta County firefighter sustained minor injuries. We pray for him, and we thank him as a hero for going and doing that. A neighbor said he heard the sound like calling for help when he came up on the house. 5 people were coming out. The adult female had 2 babies in her arms, a small girl behind her, and they were completely black and covered in soot and all dirty, says the neighbor. He told WXIA TV the man had his shirt off and no shoes, and he wasn't very responsive. I'm looking at the pictures, and it's just devastating. And we're praying for our community this morning in the name of Jesus Christ and everything, as everyone's taking care of these family members, and with children, 3 children, 6, 12, and 13, part of that, and a 70 and a 60-year-old, wonderful people, and a 36-year-old person passing away from this. We pray for the entire family and our community coming together to help out. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry, guys, I had to do that. It's just, wow, it hurts hard. It's a national news story now, and they misspelled Noonan, which was named, like Pete said, after a man named Noonan. And Pete's been around here forever. He was born here. So, you're lucky he's on. There's a lot of people who are like, they said what? They called Noonan what? Pete's a little bit more like, hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you what it really is. And we'll keep it in our prayers for sure. Don't apologize for talking to the good Lord. Thank you. I appreciate that, Toby. Amen, brother. We're going to talk about the increase in the violence, too, in that shooting. We say diabetes as sugar. Yes, indeed, Bali, it is. before we get into our question this morning, we will be talking some movie reviews, Inside Out in the final period. We're going to talk about that. Plus, I'm going to give you some events going on at the Regal Summer Movies today and tomorrow before you get in. Georgia has a rich yesterday. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Pete. So we're keeping our prayers for sure. It hit our community hard. It's something that is just, wow. It's unbelievable. And when it comes to children, I agree with everyone that said the things about children, the pastor over there, I agree 110%. We have a rich history. You said rich, a little like rich yesterday. Georgia has a rich history. Yes, indeed. And so does Noonan. And I tell you what, guys, it's a sad situation as we continue to pray for the families. All right, let's move forward and try to pick it up a little bit more with some stuff that's going on in the metro Atlanta area. It is runoff elections being held today in metro Atlanta. Clayton County, the sheriff has got it. The incumbent sheriff, Levon Allen, the Democrat representative, Clayton County Commission Chairman Jeffrey Turner, and Commission and Board Chairman Alec Anderson and former tax commissioner are being voted on in Clayton County. Cobb County has got the Commissioner Board District 2. The Cobb County's got a Georgia Senate District 55, their Chief Executive Officer, their County Commission District 4, District 5 for Board of Education and State Court Judge Division. There you go. Fulton County, Douglas County's got their Commission District 3, 2 runoffs there, and 2 people running off in Board of Commissioners in Fulton County. And that's all the complete rundown is on our WQEE page. History is unclear. History always on the winner's side, says Bolly. We'll keep everybody 31 minutes past the hour. We'll keep everybody in here. I'm just logging in. What happened? Well, there was a fire yesterday in Coweta County. 6 people had passed away. We'll keep them in our prayers this morning. A 6, 12, 13-year-old, 36-year-old, 60 and 70-year-old person passed away. 6 people in the house, 5 did get out with injuries, and we're keeping them in our prayers and everything. Should REM and B-52s be the Southern Rocket Hall of Fame, says Selena? Yes, I think so. I'm not a big fan of their music, but they're out of Atlanta market. So yes, they both should be in there. As even though I don't listen to their music, I respect them for what they did. And yes, they should be in that. And they should just be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you're going to put everybody they're putting in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm all for REM and B-52s being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. Andrew Planas, my lovely bride, is on with us. All right, which Hollywood star's death as we head into the break had the biggest impact? Superman Christopher Reeves, who stopped dating his director or Hollywood star's wife, and he was killed in his home. 19% of you say that. Bob Crane, nobody's voted for him. He was murdered in his apartment complex after having in Arizona, a weird lifestyle and deciding he didn't want to hang out with that guy anymore, shooting, what we considered adult films in that day and time. 36% of you say Bruce Lee, who some say was a curse on him, and some say that the Chinese mafia come after him because he was teaching Americans karate. And that's 44% say other. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment. We got a few other things headed into this hour. We'll talk about airlines and a couple of things with Skywest and also the FAA is investigating into a Skywest accident as well as a Southwest incident. We'll talk about that coming up for you in just a few. Doesn't all this have to do with Caesar? Could be, newbie. Could be. Back in a moment. Forecast on this Tuesday brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 10th Street here in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or doing things at all. Active Pest Control can lay the smackdown for you. Plenty of clouds today with a high near 89. East winds around 10 to 15 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low near 68. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into your Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, high near 87. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time, low near 68. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. By Thursday, partly cloudy skies again, high near 88. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies. I'm a classic rocker and a classic metal. So Metallica, Motley Crue, but even though we make fun of Motley Crue with Randy Rocky Cody, Guns N' Roses, Megadeth, all that kind of stuff. And then some classic rock, Southern rock like Leonard Skinner and Allman Brothers and stuff like that. And then stuff down in New Orleans, that sludge metal. So that's the kind of stuff I'm into. All right, let's see here. Okay, that's going to be a cool one. But I respect REM and B-52s and stuff like that. Just never was into the pop music. The hair should tell you what music he likes. That's true. Not all the time. There's a lot of long-haired guys that love like straight up country. I know guys that they love, old school country. Willie Nelson. They love the outlaw music. But Toby, you're closer to the truth than most. Yes. The hair should tell you. But you know what? Thank you for asking the question.
Have you been considering a career in real estate? At Keller Williams Realty Atlanta Partners, we prepare you to excel in your real estate career by providing award-winning training.
But I'll tell you who needs to be in the Hall of Fame, whether it's going to take her a few years. Toby's country sucks. I don't say that too loud around here. Shh. But I'm like, boy, what you don't like country? Christopher loves it. Christopher, aren't you from Canada? Because if you're from, that's reasonably understandable. Because they're true cowboys in Canada, guys. Like the way you used to be in Texas yesterday. Long-haired country boy, listen about everything. There you go. Some people love C&W, Haggard, not Paisley. Some people like the older stuff better than the newer stuff. But I tell you somebody that I do like, I don't listen to her music, but I would let kids and grandkids in the family listen to. I went and listened to her stuff. I know people don't like her because I guess she's not their cup of tea, some of them, but Taylor Swift is all right. I've listened to her music and like, I ain't really, unless don't get deep into it, I hadn't heard no cussing. So it's like, but you listen to so-and-so. Yeah, well, Metallica didn't cuss on their album. They just cussed in concert. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting you confused with somebody else, Christopher. Sorry. Now, I'm originally from Brooklyn, but lived in D.C. area near the swamp. Oh. That's why you got to listen to country since he lives next to the swamp. Yeah. Country music, I do like that kid, the Oliver kid, though, that sang the song Richmond, North of Richmond. I do like him. You were raised on. That's what it was, Toby. You were raised on it, and it made you sick. Yeah. Southern men don't need them around anyhow. That's right. Love some Leonard Skinner. Love some of that stuff, guys. We're talking great music in the feed this morning. Thank you very much there. And yeah, we got all kind of music lovers in the station. Oh, a lot of old music, says Pete. More heart and soul than a lot today. Well, I love some soul, man, too. I was like, part of that whole watching that thing I was talking about yesterday, that Radio 101 or Radio Days 101 Years of Radio. You had all kind of disc jockeys that knew the same way I did back in the day, know all kind of music. It doesn't matter if it was country, R&B, rock, metal, whatever. They knew everybody from Elvis Presley to Willie Nelson to Nirvana and everything in between. So that was a cool thing about radio disc jockeys back in the day and everything. And just bringing it up by you guys. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. You love that song, Toby? Toby was like, he got sick of listening to country. I was like, don't say that out loud around here where I live. But no, seriously, Kenny Rogers was living in Atlanta, I think, before he passed away. So, and also does what's his name? Elton John. The Van Zant band. I love them. Skinner. Christopher says the new country's more pop. Christopher's more old school. He's more outlaw country. He's more, I can tell, I can go ahead and probably guess, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash. Everybody loves Johnny Cash. If you don't love Johnny Cash, you need to go on and move out of the country. Now, am I right? George Strait. There you go. Hey, thank you for bringing that up. You know that he and I sent that to my buddy Rod yesterday. No, I'm not playing no country song, Andrew. I sent that buddy Rod yesterday. He's a George Strait fan. He just had like the biggest sellout in Texas at College Station, Texas. It's something like 109,000, something like that. Biggest sellout. Have you guys seen that? Good morning, Logan Paul Jr. How you doing this morning, brother? So he just sold, like, he outdid the Grateful Dead, guys. And that's a feat to outdo the Grateful Dead. As many people come and saw him as far as the biggest crowd. He had one of the biggest crowds in music history just over the weekend. So that was for you, Christopher. Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Doc Brown? Good morning to you. Yeah, 110,902 largest concert. That's it. 110,902. That was it. There you go. That was amazing. What's up? Highwayman. Now, a lot of Highwayman was kind of country folk together, you know, and then, you know, you got a little bit of Southern rock in there and everything. But this all started because Salita asked if the B-52s and REM should be in the Southern Music Hall of Fame. And I said they should. What do you guys think? You just got finished watching Raw. It was one heck of an ending, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. Woo-wee. We're about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour right now in the Atlanta market. We're holding under beautiful sunny skies, 75 degrees, high near 84 today, tonight near 70. It's not going to get hotter till Friday, though. It's going to be hotter than, as John would say, a witch's you know what. So how to use that, John? Thank you, buddy. Toby, who said, start off with, I don't like country because I was forced to listen to it. Now I was like, man, you know, Willie Nelson is the best. You only like Willie because you want to hang out with him and Snoop, Toby. That's all it is. And Sweetleaf, all y'all want to hang out. Anyway, there you go, guys. Type of temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. That's right. We had Seth returning for his title shot. Drew walking out, and Uncle Howdy, about time they had him show up. I love Bo Dallas. You know, Bo Dallas they just had a video of him online doing a birthday celebration and cooking for his brother's kids, little kids. Because I think his Bray's youngest daughter, which is older than his youngest son, just had a birthday. So there you go. Yeah, how did you know? Oh, I knew, Toby, I knew. You know, there you go. I just knew. All right, let's jump into a couple other headline news before we head into our sports break next hour and our final break. We'll have Richard Holders this morning. Now, Shane won't be joining us. Shane B is on Southern Rock Hall of Fame. That's right. Yeah, the Southern Rock Hall of Fame. I'll ask that question in a moment. Shane won't be joining us this morning. He's on the road, truck driver, doing some things. He won't be back for a while. Maybe he took a vacation. I don't know. That's fine. Shane is always with us. So whenever he takes time off, I'm like, hey, let him have it. Time off. Selena wants to know if B-52s and REM should be in the Southern Rock Hall of Fame. I say yes. They did play instruments, so it's not like they went in there and programmed it. So I say yes. I didn't listen to him, but I say yes. Good morning, Red Bricks. How you doing this morning? And he says, did Matt survive yesterday? I haven't heard from Matt today. Hopefully he did. We'll get into a couple other things momentarily, but an Indian man accused of being involved in a fatal murder for hire plot in June of 2023 last year is living in New York City, pleaded not guilty Monday in a Manhattan court. His name is Nikhil Gupti. Is charged with engaging a hitman to kill another Indian man, a member of the same movement, so that he could advance to the head of this and be part of the region. Both of them are American citizens, by the way. He faces charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. And he said he didn't do it. So there you go. 103 degrees and it's going to be 103. It's 103 already in Detroit. Oh, Lord. Lord almighty, mighty, mighty. All right, guys. Adderall listeners, ADHD. Listen up. Shortage of Adderall is coming about. Mr. Davis is in the house. Woo! What's up, Mr. Davis? What happened to Matt? Matt got sick yesterday. He was feeling really bad. He thought he may have had COVID, but he stayed at work, and we all tried to get him to go home and watch Bold and the Beautiful, but he wouldn't listen. We're hoping that he's doing well this morning. We hadn't heard from him. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is warning Americans on the possible shortage of plenty of Adderall, a key treatment to the disorder ADHD. The CDC issued this health alert on their health network advisory this week to the possibility of health officials in clinics and affecting patients, families, and caregivers. Over 40,000 Americans could be affected by the shortage of Adderall. So I just wanted that to be out there as something. You guys aren't going to hear that on the mainstream media. They just want to talk about the two guys fighting over ice cream, trying to run for president. So, and wonder why nobody wants to listen to it anymore. Well, pray for Matt. Hope he is doing okay. Sorry I missed it yesterday. No problem. Ryan, Matt is probably sad. Drew left WWE. Yep, Drew said he's leaving, but I don't think he is. I know it's hard to get Adderall. Yes, indeed, Christopher. And people that need it for ADHD and all that kind of stuff, and the ADD people and everything, it's going to be a shortage, they're saying. So, and if our family members that have it and need it and everything, so we're hoping that this helps out. I know people in my family that have it too and need or got ADD and also ADHD separately. So I don't know in Australia if you got a shortage there, Logan Paul Jr., but I do know in America they're saying there's going to be a shortage here, and that is not good and everything. So I guess that means that price is going to go up, guys. I don't like to hear that. Christopher says I use it. Ooh. Well, you need to talk to your doctor and make sure that they're going to comfort you to make sure everything is all right and everything. I don't need Adderall. I use cannabis, says Toby. Well, AJ, why would you get in there and say that this morning? Your mom died in a car accident. God, is that real, or hopefully that's not a joke? In the name of Jesus Christ, we do pray for little AJ and everything in the family. We keep them in our prayers and the family prayers in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. There are herbs that do better. Not weed, says Pete. Well, the weed people are going to keep weeding it up. I'm not going to tell them to stop it. Concerts in a acceptable alternative. No. Concentrated in an acceptable alternative. Say what? Wait. I'm getting all confused here. There's too much popping up. I can't see what everybody's saying. All right, guys, I'll let you guys talk about it in there. It's getting to be too much. Bill Gates has the bad. He bought a large supply for his problem. Oh, Bill Gates has that bad. He has the ADHD bad, so he bought a large supply of it. Okay, so he's keeping it from everybody else, huh? No weed shortage, though, says Christopher. No, you're not going to have that. Probably not. Bally says, the way illegals drive, it scares me. AJ says, S. Thank you, Toby, for saying amen. She did. Well, we prayed for you, AJ. We're hoping you can make it through this time. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. You guys are popping in. All kind of stuff going on. Yeah, I got Starbucks this morning. Take a sip of Starbucks Kickstarter, Ryan. Well, I'm just having one of those mornings. Take a sip of the Starbucks Kickstarter, Ryan. There you go. Here it is. I'm going to do it after the break. Stay tuned. AJ prayers for you and your family. See that sipping, I got it right. Or maybe just Toby don't. He writes everything.
Okay. What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month? So this starts at the back. Good luck. That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TrackPhone Wireless.
I can't read that stuff and be on the air at the same time. That's what's messing me up. But AJ, we are got you in our prayers, my brother. Morning Red, says Pete. Starbucks pulling. Here I am. I keep messing up. Thank you, Toby, for writing it. Starbucks putting Adderall in the coffee. I need some. And I'll be like, wait, take me from a bungle. Take me from bungle. Like, subscribe, and share. Give me some more Adderall. Adderall in my Starbucks. Yeah, not much.
What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability
What the heck is that?
themselves effectively.
Okay. There's some weird news stories on here, and I don't mean cool weird news stories.
Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
Get into that and that. Oh, I got all that to talk about. Thank you much. I need tipping from a bungle.
Sweet A here in Newton. Ready to earn some sweet Southern rewards? Check out the Southern Rewards Cashback account from Southern States Bank, where debit card transactions earn you cashback. With our Southern Rewards, you can earn
Yes, it does. But much. The answer lies down in Mel's hole. Mel's hole. But much. All right.
Want to give back to your community in a meaningful way? Cares for Kids is a Keller Williams multi-founded charity in which 100% of money raised goes directly to children in need in our area. Cares for Kids helps fund local organizations like Angel's House.
We're coming back as soon as this next spot is played. But much. Wow, that is good timing. Woo! Woo! You definitely need to be checking that out. Oh, good morning to you. Welcome you back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Now we get all set and ready to go for you in the next period of play. Rich Aldridge joins us for the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. That's all coming up. We'll talk UFL football with him and other sports. We'll talk about the NBA, the Boston Celtics taking the 18th time for a record 18th time for the NBA championship. And then tonight, the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 5 between the Panthers of Florida playing host to the Oilers tonight. We'll get into all that next period. Good morning going out to you. Who said good morning to me? Did you take it off there? Premier Improvements. Hey, man, how you doing, Premier Improvements? Sounds like a specialist in construction or something like that. Good morning to you. Also going out to had a little riddle for you. Have a little riddle for you. Try and answer it. Ready? Go ahead, Red Bricks. From Georgia to Houston, Toby said, oh, awesome. Your friend went from Georgia to Houston. Wow, that is pretty good. Zach, good morning to you. How you doing, my brother? Or good evening or good afternoon, wherever you may be at. I am glad to hear that, Premier Improvements. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Premier Improvements. They sound like a fantastic business idea. Red Bricks. Construction. I knew it. I knew it. Well, thank you for the work you do, Premier Improvements, because without you and all the people that work with you, we would not be able to have these roofs over our heads and stuff. Because I know my father was a construction foreman when he was alive. He worked on Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and everything. So, thank you. Good morning. Hey, it's Sandra Pilatus.
Read that riddle on the air. See if
that's what
he tells the answer to it. Read it on the air.
Okay, I'm about to do that right now. Thank you, Premier. Let's see. Let me pull this down. Riddle from Red Bricks in Detroit. Oh, she hung up. A riddle from Red Bricks in Detroit. I have arms but no hands, a collar but no head. I come in many colors and I'm often put to bed. What am I? Oh, that's a good one. Yesterday he asked me about it and I said radio. I got that right off bat. Ooh, well, after the top of the hour break, we will get the answer on the air. Premier Improvement says we build fancies here in the UK. Awesome. All right, there you go. We got a lot of great people on with us this morning. Like, subscribe. Somebody getting tongue-tied. Like, subscribe, and share. And if Matt was here, he'd say, help a brother out with $, RyanShelander, RyanShelander. That's my Cash App. We'll get you more sports and we'll have our poll question today after the top of the hour break. Stay with us. All right, Red Bricks, you can give us the answer after it's over. Everybody guess that. That's a good riddle. I have arms but no hands. A collar, no head. I come in many colors and I'm often put to bed. What am I? A shirt? Pants? Oh, I said shirt. Man, I'm kind of smart. Atlanta. We're in the Atlanta area. Premier improvements. You need to expand your business into Atlanta and then become a sponsor of the show. Even though we got a lot of people from England that listen anyway, but still, that'd be great. 2 in a row. Thank you, Red. I'm kind of smart. It took a minute to figure it out, though. That was a good one. The first one in the radio was just like, that's radio. It's in my blood. So. Red Bricks Riddles. We're going to start having them on the show. That'll be a good one. Oh, you're coming to Atlanta pretty soon, Premier Improvements? All right. I hear you. You need to. We need some more good construction companies here giving some people work. We have a lot of fantastic people who do that stuff. Get my buddy Luke out of Alabama to come do that. He's construction. Ooh, I'm liking this poll question. It's going up pretty fast, better than yesterday's. Yeah, I need improvements on my tiny house. Ooh, you got a tiny house. My wife, Andrea Polanis, likes those. That's the one she wants. I don't want a tiny house. I got too much stuff. Drums and stuff. I was playing all over the weekend. Good morning. Hey.
What is up?
The same old. I got the answer right.
I saw that.
Richard will be calling here in just a few moments, but Shane's not going to be on with me this morning in the final period.
Oh, and when is he calling?
Richard called near 8:30.
Okay. Well, you got the news on right now, right?
Yeah, we're going news into spots now.
Okay. Well, write some information down.
Okay.
For your friend, the Premier friend, but you want to talk about it on the air too, as well.
Yeah.
Okay, write down, we're located in Noonan, Georgia. The median house, the average household income here is $71,000.
Okay.
And there's about 43, about 43,000 people, 16,000 households.
Good morning, Captain.
Balance of different cultures. You got 49% white, 31% black, 10% Hispanic and Latino.
Well, I got
Asian population here.
Yeah, I can't write all that
You
down.
even have a Native American population here.
Yep, I know that. There's only one of us.
But the typical household in Noonan, Georgia brings in about $60,000 a year. So there's a lot of people who will buy.
There you go.
Spend money from this little area here, south of Atlanta. So.
There you go.
So
All right, let's
just let
see.
this person know
All right.
in case they want to do some advertising around here.
All right, let me get that first riddle answered on
Paper
the
and everything.
right. I'll definitely do that. Let me get that first riddle for you read on the air, and then I'll get the second one we'll do. Premier, it is 8:04 a.m. here. You guys are in the afternoon. Captain and Georgia, yeah, where God does windows. There you go. Let me go back up here and get the answer to this one, and then we'll do the second one because we're about to come on, guys. All right, here we go. And then I'll go all the way down. And we're going to say hello to Captain Hot Buns. Zach, did you come on? Yes. All right, we're coming back here.
I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we think the listeners are part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the Riddles of the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clients.
Yes. Let's have quiet on the set. Because you know why? Yes, the RyanORadio Penitentiary is awesome. Welcome back in. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock, Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, eh? And finally, 99.1 FM WQEE, Metro Atlanta and Atlanta's very own, talk of Atlanta. We're the home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and more. Coming up this hour, we're going to talk a little bit of sports with our good friend Richard Honers inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard, and we'll get you some updates on what's going on the page, the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll also update you on the poll question, and I'll give you the answer to the riddle that Red Bricks gave me, the Red Bricks riddles. He's got me another one too. And we're going to still talk a little bit of what happened last night as Drew McIntyre walked out on Raw. Seth Rollins returns, and Uncle Howdy begins his reign of terror in the WWE. Bo Dallas, a.k.a. the brother of Bray Wyatt. Well, we got all that in store for you. Welcome into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Our poll question this morning is, which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? 22% of you say Superman Christopher Reeves, who was found dead in his home because he, decided to go with a younger woman instead of staying with his girlfriend, who was married to a Hollywood producer. Bob Crane, who was killed in his Arizona home, 3% of the votes there. Hogan's Heroes star. Bruce Lee, who was killed, possibly they say was a curse, a.k.a. the mafia that didn't want him teaching karate to Americans, 49% of the votes, and 27% of the votes going to other. All right. And before we introduce
I've got one for you.
What?
Sharon Tate.
Oh, yeah.
Her death impacted Hollywood a lot.
Yep, that's in the other.
Really?
She'll be in the other for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Captain Hot Buns from Arizona is with us this morning and everything. And Red Bricks is I'm going to say this, the Red Bricks riddle, he says, here's the riddle. I have arms, but no hands, a collar, but no head, come in many colors, and I'm often put to bed. What am I? And I said a shirt, and I got it right. Yeah. Big up, Detroit Rock City. All right.
Well, Red Bricks could send some shirts to the station. You could give them away.
Okay. I don't think he's got any.
And if he's got a website, we can plug the website for him.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube page.
Some shirts, free shirts.
Well, I don't think he's got shirts. That was just a question. Anyway.
Oh, I thought he said the prize was a shirt.
No, the shirt was the name of the was the answer to the question.
Okay. I thought he was going to give away a shirt to the person who
No. That was the riddle. I got it right. Kurt Cobain says AAU, a big death there, a big impact. Yep, that's another one there and everything. Hello, Gail. Good morning to you. And Gail said hello to everybody from Pete to the Navajo Nation to Alice and everybody in Canada. All right, here's a different one. He says, 71K, not bad, says Toby. Have a different riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body. I come alive with the wind. What am I? I say you are a mouth. I don't know.
No, he said, what was it again? Say it again.
Christopher Reeves, the man. That's what
This time say it really slowly.
Well, I am saying it slow. I am saying it slow. Have a different, he says, here it is. I speak without a mouth, so it's not a mouth. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body. I come alive with the wind. What am I? Woo! Oh, welcome back, everybody. Wow, we got a lot of people popping in. Don't want you guys thinking
This is why you take math in school.
Well, this is the only one that so far I have not. It's going to take me time to think about. So
if you've ever studied fractions, you apply that same logic to figuring out
12. Good morning.
Riddle. You gotta think of what three things are you talking about and what connection they have to each other.
Toby says you must be smoking.
Equation with fractions in it.
Well, I don't know. Now, Red, I don't know this one. I'm going to have to think about it a little longer. Yes. There you go. Think about it a little bit longer. I'm going to have to think about it a little bit longer. All right. There we go. We got sports coming up for you here in just a few moments. Let's see. Welcome back to 12 says Christopher Reeves. Amen is the one. Andrew, what's up? How you doing? We don't say that word, but GG. All right, Logan, I'll check that email. Thank you, buddy. Good morning to you. Gail, there you are again. I just want to make sure I'm saying Bali Music King. Good morning. More sports coverage, Euro Cup. What do you think about the Euro Cup, Bali? Tell us in the feed there. Everything. We're going to talk about a little bit of hockey here in just a few moments with Richard Holdridge. Let's see. I haven't figured out this third riddle yet. I got 2 out of 3 so far.
This will be a good one for him to call in and do.
Yeah, just a few.
Riddle of the day. Yeah.
The red bricks riddles of the day. I'm gonna get Red on there. Answer is Echo, says Premier Improvements. That is correct. That's what it is. It's an Echo. And Premier got it right. Echo, think about it. Echo, echo, echo. I got a riddle. I'll keep safe once I'm broken. I'm no longer. What am I? Logan Paul Jr. says, he's got one. He said, I keep safe once I'm broken, but I'm broken and I'm no longer. What am I? I'm kept safe once I'm broken. I'm no longer. What am I? You guys are confusing me with these riddles this morning. Too many riddles for the radio show host is just not good. Let me get my Frappuccino chocolate coffee.
Do your impression of the Riddler.
The Riddler? Can't do that.
Yeah. You don't have a Riddler impression.
I don't have a Riddler impression. Yeah, actually I do. It's okay, mama. Whatever, mama.
Yeah, that's it.
She knows who we're talking about.
Well, I know one of your YouTube friends.
Once it's broken, it's no longer what is.
About this area
Do what?
Oh, Premier Improvement.
In Canada. I mean, in UK, yes.
Yeah, they were asking a little bit about this area, Noonan, Georgia.
Yes.
Don't we have a sister city in Scotland?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Noonan does, yes.
But, we're
An egg.
very diverse population south of Atlanta. We're considered Metro Atlanta here.
Exactly. We're about 38 miles. We talked about that earlier.
The average household income is about between $60,000 and $70,000 a year.
Yep.
And we have a diverse population.
We really do.
African American, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Native American. We make a lot of movies and things here.
Yep. We're the home of the Walking Dead and so much more. So there you go. Logan Paul says, no, it's not an egg.
Big time in the sport and the arts here in Noonan, Georgia.
Well, speaking of that, before we get into anything else, coming up on Friday is the summer wind-up. And this weekend from 5 to 9 p.m., guests will be expected to perform a walk wine around downtown. Some people are going to be like, I don't know what hell I come. But tickets are sold through Main Street Noonan. So.
Right.
I tell you what, next hour as we get in.
Okay, go ahead.
Coming up next hour, we're going to talk about movies, and it's going to be sponsored by the Regal Summer Movie Express, which is going on today, June 18th and 19th. Dollars tickets, $5 snack packs, beginning at 11 a.m. all day. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie 1 and The Angry Birds movie 2 today. Take the kids out. Starting at 11 a.m. So there you go. All right. Yes, that's my wife.
I was looking for today.
What?
I woke up. Summer camps for kids.
Yes.
I think the government should start giving big time grants for that because
Yes. They give grants to everything else, don't they?
Kids have so much energy and they really need
We don't
some
think you're
outlet. And parents do need a break. And nothing develops a kid's character and sense of teamwork and everything better than summer camp.
You got that right. You got that right. All right. Well, I tell you what, we've had people say Kurt Cobain, Robin Williams, and all that stuff with our poll question this morning. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? I kind of wanted to go with most of the murders in that situation, but there was a lot of other deaths and murders in the other ones you guys said. 22% say Superman Christopher Reeves. 4% say Bob Crane, Hogan Hero. Bruce Lee, 49% of you. His son also, Brandon Lee, died from a gunshot wound on his movie. And then other is a 26%. 49% are saying Bruce Lee is taking the number one spot. We do to invite double A to wine event. We need to invite AA to the wine event, says Pete. That's not right, man. Oh, Lord. Gail says
if
Bruce.
You're out there listening in radio land and you would like to see some of these comments, you can pull this whole show up live on YouTube.
Yep.
And even make a few comments of your own.
Please do, but keep them clean because we got kids in there.
Yes, we do have kids that listen. You just go into YouTube, type WQEE.
We got us a young lady and a young man in there.
It'll come up, click on it, and you'll see his lovely face.
I quit, Logan Paul Jr. You won on that one again. You always beat me, young man. I think we have another Selena in there, too. Definitely so. Gail said, wait a minute. We already said Gail. Let's see. Toby said Jeffrey Dahmer. Redbrick says Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, was found dead August 16th, 1977 in the bathroom of his Graceland Mansion. Graceland. Great. Yeah. He was discovered by his fiance. I wonder why he was discovered by his fiance. The answer is secret. Oh, that's a good one, Logan Paul. I like that. You had me beat on that one. Oh, Lord. We're going to have some sports coming up in just a few moments. 20 minutes past the hour. Ellie's on with us. She's popping in and everything and saying, say hello from Ellie, Poppy, and Martha. Thank you. He's 12 years old, too, and he tricked all of us, guys. That was a good one.
Hi, Ellie and Martina.
Ellie, Poppy is in there. Ellie, Poppy.
Ellie, Poppy, and Martina.
And Martina. Good morning, Ellie, Poppy, and Martina. Good morning to all three of you. Maybe it's their three personalities. I don't know.
But, like, wouldn't it be cool, though, if your YouTube friends sent stuff for you to give away on the radio?
Look, John says, Ryan is blessed by God to have a voice for television and a face for radio. Thank you. Thank you, John. We both went. Look, John, you know that you know.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
John, you know that you and I are both good looking. We know we are. John's a long-time listener. He always does that. 12 says, Christopher Reeve still don't understand that. I don't get that either as well. Red Brick says, Elvis Presley was reportedly reading the Scientific Search for the Face of Jesus by Frank O. Adams before his death. The book explores the shroud of... Okay.
The Shroud.
The Shroud of Turin. Shroud of Turin, yes.
The Shroud of, the thing they wrapped Jesus with.
The Shroud of Turin. Yes. That's it. Pastor Bob.
He was reading some literature on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That is.
Yeah.
Gail says Pastor Bob and Joyce in Vincent, Arkansas is Elvis. Was Elvis in the casket?
I don't know, because they can make a wax identical of you. It looks real.
John says, we are handsome as the days are long. There you go, John. We are. 12 says he's Christopher Reeves don't understand.
He did have a twin brother.
Toby says George Carlin and Robin Williams. Logan Paul Jr. says, I got another one. What has 5 toes and not your foot? I don't know. He's gonna trick us again. Kids are smart. Elvis was a wax figure, says Gail. Elvis was reading that? Wow. President Ding Ding. Who?
You're not on the air, are you?
Yes, I'm on the air. I can't believe these people are saying this.
You're not on the air.
I am on the air. All right, let's get back to it, guys. You are getting me out. John's like George Carlton. The day comedy died. Thank you.
George Carlin.
George Carlin, not Carlton. Why did I say Carlton? George Carlin. The day comedy died.
Because it's hard to see those little letters. You need a bigger screen.
I do need a bigger screen. Pete says,
I'm the IT person. I guess I need to come up there and set you up a bigger screen.
all right, well, Pete says cast iron bathtub. B-Dub says Michael Jackson's still alive. Oh, he is. Michael Jackson is still alive. Footage seen of him getting out of the back of a van, the same van that his body was transferred off. Chopper on television, same license plate. Dave Charter is really Michael Jackson. We got some cool conspiracy theories there. I don't know if that's real or not, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because Michael was always doing that. He was always
John, I agree.
Double.
We're having a good time, John. Yeah.
That chased the crowd away, and he would sneak out the back, So.
Is YouTube chat on computer? No, it's on the phone.
I guess he just decided to do it for real this time,
Not on my computer.
Body double thing, let's just pretend like I die. And they probably sat down with him and said, all right, now once you do this, you're considered legally dead. And this sort of thing's been done.
I don't know about all that now.
The king could declare you legally dead as long as you left and never came back.
Well, maybe so. I'm not really sure, but
Name and his identity.
Michael Jackson in the house. I tell you what, I'm back. I'm back from the dead, everybody. Well, I never really died. I got some great hits for you.
And he can
What's
sell
up,
some
Premier?
money to himself.
Yeah. See you, Logan Paul Jr. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Okay, I see how you guys are doing. You're talking about that in the feed there. Michael Jackson in the house. I do love chocolate cake. That's why I bring everybody to Never Neverland. Is he still living in Never Neverland, everybody? Because I'm not going to disagree that he's not alive and he didn't fake his death. But MJ is always playing different characters. Woo-hoo! Thank you very much. You know I'm a different character right now. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of him. Did that hurt somebody's feelings? 12 says fun. All right. Well, we're supposed to have Richard Aldrin call in just a few moments. I guess he is. I'm not really sure. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? I've only put 3 on there. You guys put a lot of different Hollywood stars' impacts in there. I kind of wanted to put deaths in there that were murders. And Christopher Reeve's got 21% of the votes. Bob Crane's got 4% of the votes. Bruce Lee's got 48% of the votes. And other 28% of the votes. Many others. So there you go.
All right, Ryan. Well, you have a good show.
All right, I will, my dear.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Red Brick's going to talk about Neverland. Here we go. Red Brick says, let me go ahead and pull this up, put that down so I can see it, because whenever the poll question is up, I can't really see it because you guys are going too fast in the feed. Red Brick says, in Neverland, where dreams and night, Michael Jackson's star shines bright, dancing free in the magic glow, forever young, and the hearts in our hearts aglow. Oh. I say that too. Sharon Tate, Andrew said that earlier as well, Pete. But I mean, it wasn't really Charles Manson's fault. He just, he wasn't really his fault. Take care, Andra. She's still on the feed with us. Do I believe Michael Jackson was into kids? I actually do. Now, some people don't, but I actually do. So now I can disagree. You can disagree with me all day long, and that's fine. But I actually thought he was. Had kids sleeping in the bed with him. Come over here, Macaulay. Come, Macaulay. Come hang out with me. Ah! Come on, Macaulay. I want you to hang out with me. Ah! Michael Jackson was the only man in the world that was born. Oh, I'm not going to say that, Toby. Premier says, no, I agree with you. Okay, that's cool. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. I think it's that time again. Yep, I think it is. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. You just won some Taylor Swift tickets. Congratulations to you. Back in a moment. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
You sound like you're a little out of it.
I'm at home. I got to take my kid to, drum camp.
Okay. Well, you go. At least you get to do something fun.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's pull this up here. I will look him up, B-Dub. Sure, you can come on anytime, guys. We're good about you guys coming on the show. Just not when we got the guests, though. Stop it. I'm home alone. Y'all liked how I did that. I will check it out for sure. Dave is your friend's name. Okay. Oh, there it is. What I wanted to use. That is so cool. See how close I got to get to read, guys? That's on my phone. Toby Price says, oh, he's talking to Red. Red says, stop it. I'm home alone. Oh, Red, you're supposed to tell me to beat it. Beat it. Just beat it. I'm just now getting into some new comments, guys. Whoa, Lord, you guys are crazy. I gotta learn how to be like Rod and not read every one of them. Hey, let's see, pull this over here. Let's do this over here. Let's do that over there. Let's do this over here. Elvis Presley, known as the King of Rock and Roll, passed away while sitting on his bathroom throne in Graceland. It's an ironic twist of fate that adds to the legend and intrigue surrounding his life. Hey, Anna Marie, I got to read that on the air, Red Bricks. Now that I read it close enough. Anna Marie, the Noonan dance, prayer for our area, of course. We had some family members. We had some Coweta family members pass away in a fire yesterday, guys. Coming up in July, we got the new Noonan school going up. Richard, we got the new school finally built. It looks like a dadgum college campus over there in Noonan. Yeah, man. And the football field and the baseball fields, they're all looking good. You could put a professional. Yeah, man. You could put a. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, you good. I ain't on the air yet.
You know what? You may have to do this again. My kid is distracted.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
All right, brother. No problem.
He's having a fit.
I understand. All right, brother. All right. Elvis was so conspiracy. So what? Oh, he was so constipated from pills that he didn't poop for months. That's why he died. Ooh. That is, ooh. Ugh. No Adderall in his house, right? Sometimes the kids get like that. It was a jealousy thing there. Some woman who was married, and the guy didn't care his wife was running around with the guy, was jealous of him because he wanted to have a relationship with somebody that was younger than him, but also somebody that was not married. Hollywood can't handle you, bitch. You got to be married and have a relationship on the side.
WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Anna Marie, what's up? Welcome into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. I don't think he is. There's a party going on tonight. Yes, indeed. Friday night is a great night for football, but so is Monday night, Thursday night, Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, and Twisted Tuesday mornings. We will have Richard on with us again next week. He had a bit of a problem there. He was on during the break, but he had a bit of a problem, so we'll try to get him back on probably next week. I know Shane won't be with us because he's on the road, truck driver and everything. So, yes, he's not calling back. We're going to do a little sports here in just a few moments. But first, I want to put Red Brick said Elvis Presley, known as the king of rock and roll, passed away while sitting on his bathroom throne at Graceland. It was an ironic twist of fate. Twist of fate, speaking of that, Jeff Hardy. That adds to the legend and intrigue surrounding his life. And then AU said Elvis was so constipated from pills that he didn't poop for months. That's why he died. He was full of crap, is what you're saying. And look, with the Christopher Reed thing, 12, and the reason we're talking about this, I'll tell you in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Reed thing, I think Hollywood just did. He wanted a younger woman, and the woman he was dating was somebody else's wife, and she was jealous and didn't want him to have somebody else. Good morning, Warrior Defenders, as well. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? Christopher Reed, 23%. Bob Crane from Hogan's Heroes, 3%. Bruce Lee, 45%. And many, many others from Kurt Cobain to Sharon Tate is under that one, 28% of the votes. We're talking about that. All right. 770-347-9947 is the number to contact if you want to get on the air with us, if you can. All right, let's do a little sports news for you right quick. Last night, it's the record 18th time for championship gold in Boston. And even Boston fans here in the South are praising it, from Matt McGee from the Armchair Quarterbacks weekdays from 3 to 5 to my buddy over at LaGrange Hockey. Boston Celtics took the win 106-88 in Game 5. Go 4-1 and bringing home that championship to Boston. They'll have a parade later on. Christopher Reed and yes, Christopher Reed. And I tell you what, congratulations going out to them. Game 5 tonight in Stanley Cup Finals. I say the Panthers are going to do it. I say they are. They're at home in Sunrise. They're going to be playing host to the Oilers, who made a big comeback on Saturday, 8-1 championship run. They didn't want to be embarrassed in their hometown, but I tell you what, I feel like the Panthers are going to bring that Stanley Cup home for the first time in history. So what do you guys think there? Stanley Cup, Florida Panthers, I say it. And Warrior Defender says, I can think of so many. Jim Hansen has a big impact to an amazing creations. Yep, indeed. 12 is like, hey, I don't understand why they still did that to Christopher Reeves. Did I say Christopher Reeves? Wait a minute. That is Superman. Did I get the wrong Reeves from the original one that was murdered? Christopher Reeves is the second Superman from all those series. Okay, there you go. Thank you, 12, for kind of pointing that out. I was thinking about the original man that died in Hollywood. Christopher Reeve, he fell off his horse and was injured for the rest of his life. Now, that was a sad situation. Superman injuring himself and being put in a wheelchair. That's it. There you go. And all morning, I've been thinking about George Reeves. That's who I wanted to put up there. Sorry, guys. What's up, Angry Hobbit? He says, my most shocking celebrity death was Steve Irwin. That's one I saw there, too. It's supposed to be George Reeves, not Christopher Reeves. George Reeves died from in his home being killed by his girlfriend. They say his girlfriend. And Christopher Reeves fell off a horse and was put in a wheelchair the rest of his life. There you go. And all morning I've been thinking George when I wrote down Christopher. 12's been pointed out all morning. I just haven't been thinking. Thank you, 12. See, sometimes when radio we get it wrong. And in television we get it wrong. Unless we're on Snooze Max or something, right? They're always right. You're still stuck on stupid. Who's still stuck on stupid? Me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be stupid. Mac Miller's death was an impact to me, says AU. Wow. Yes, broke my heart at the same time as a friend fell off a horse and died, said Warrior Defenders. Me. No, man, you pointed it out and to the point where you kept saying Christopher Reeves that it finally came, 2 and 2 came together. I can sit here and figure out two out of the 3 riddles that Red put on here, but I confused Christopher Reeves with George Reeves. But we're going to leave it up there. Christopher's up there now. Poll question this morning: which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? So there you go. Christopher Reeves, 24%. Bob Crane, 3%. Bruce Lee, 44%, and other. And then George Reeves is in the other 2. Red says Elvis Presley did meet President Richard Nixon in the White House on December 21st, 1970. During that meeting, he famously gifted President Nixon with a Colt 45. He famously gifted President Nixon with a Colt 45 pistol as a symbol of loyalty. Yeah, he became an unofficial member of, the CIA or the FBI too. Robin Williams, your death sparked a whole wide world conversation about mental health, seeking help, and now holding it in and not holding it in. Seeking out help and not holding it in, says John. That's right. Drew news. You want to know? I'll tell you about Drew is leaving the WWE. You want to know that? He's not leaving for real. It's just a gimmick. It's just a gimmick. 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. We'll talk a little bit more Raw after this. True courage and beauty, a Masonic slogan. Mm-hmm. Good morning, everybody out there on the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share. If you want to be a part of the show, go ahead and $ RyanShelander. Help us out. All right, Panthers and Oilers tonight. I'm saying the Panthers are going to win that. Congratulations to Boston Celtics last night. I top your hour, Ryan. I top your hour. Thank you. Taking care of business. Thank you. You're talking about me, Red Brooks. You need to stop talking about me, son. I got a little karate going on. You don't know you're telling all my secrets. I'm with the Secret Service, and I'll whoop you. I know the karate. Thank you. Bruce Lee taught me. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, back to some other sports. WWE NXT USA tonight, 8 p.m. Crossover with TNA. Battle Royal #1 contender. Lexi King, Brian Pillman Jr., Ethan Page, Sean Stasiak, all a part of that. Sunbelt Baseball last night looked like this. I got you some Drew news, Kel. Don't worry. I'm going to talk about it after the break. Off tonight, but back Wednesday with these same teams. Chakalaka Monsters defeated the Gold Diggers 7-0 last night. The Wild Things shut down the Aviators 22-5. That's like a football score. The Blues over the Cannons 13-12. And the Bucks shut down the Atlanta Crackers 8-5. We got to say tonight, 8 p.m., right there. Check it out. It's the Game 5 of the Stanley Cup between the Panthers and the Oilers. We'll keep you updated on that tomorrow morning. All right, we're going to take a break. When we return on the break, we'll talk about Drew McIntyre, quote, leaving the WWE, which he really ain't because he resigned. Also, Uncle Howdy and Seth Rollins on Raw last night. To give you a little bit of news, just a little bit of wrestling news. Not very much. And we're going to continue with our poll question this morning since we're going to talk movies and stuff in the final period. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? Christopher Reeve, 22% of the votes. Of course, I was trying to say George Reeves, but Christopher fell off his horse and was injured, and he did die a few years later. Bob Crane, 3% of the votes, Hogan Hero star. Bruce Lee, 45% of the votes, and that mysterious way he died. And 30% of others, from Kurt Cobain to Sharon Tate to even George Reeves, the original Superman. Back in a moment.
kids, I don't want to spend.
He may go to AEW, but I think it's just Bo Dallas is back. I knew that he was going to be back tomorrow night because on the YouTube page, on Instagram, it had him cooking a dinner and baking for Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotuna's youngest kids. His youngest daughter had a birthday, and he was there celebrating it with him. So he's back.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the Word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you in His Word. So I compel you, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever.
Yes, Sharon Tate, the one that was murdered by Manson's people.
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from Tracphone Wireless.
Okay.
I could have put that one in there.
Eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this starts at the back.
Good luck.
Oh, happy birthday to you, AU. You turned 34 yesterday. My birthday's at the end of the month.
Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
No more guests today. Richard was unable to do it, and our good friend Shane B will not be with us today because he's on the road. He's a truck driver. I don't know. I didn't ask him his personal business. I don't know if he was working or on vacation. It's none of my business to ask him what he's doing. I know everybody's like, what's he doing? Why is he not here? But Christopher, thank God. Happy birthday to you. Were you on yesterday and you didn't tell me it was your birthday? Happy birthday to you as well. He turns 24, Christopher. I'm going to say you're 24.
You're walking with someone or on your favorite trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly.
There's Holly Reese. Hey, Pete, tell Holly she needs a new commercial. Holly, you need a new commercial. Selena, Marilyn Monroe was believed to have been assassinated. Yes, that's another one. Norma Jean. Yes, he does a fake invasion. And he could do it with some of the guys that were in AEW. Lexi King, Son Stasiak, and Ethan Page.
Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location.
Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowland are part of Uncle Howdy's group.
Want to give back to your community in a meaningful way? Cares for Kids is a Keller Williams multi-founded charity in which 100% of money raised goes directly to children in need in our area.
You're welcome.
Cares for Kids helps fund local organizations like Angel's House, Coweta, Elevate, and more. Help Cares for Kids reach their mission of serving 1 million children. Call 678-634-9770 today.
Georgia, yes, the Peach State.
Hi, Lisa Wolf to tell you that the 5-hour Hollywood 360 show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday via digital download link that never expires. That's 20
Here we go.
radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio Rarities whenever you'd like. Visit Hollywood360radio.com to subscribe. That's Hollywood 360
Ugh.
Radio.
Hello everyone, this is DJ Fernando of the 45s Affair Radio Show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.
Yes, indeed, you are listening to that. And of course, welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. It is the Weekend Jams, John, or the weekday Twisted Tuesday edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. John says Drew does a fake invasion of the WWE, acting like he's getting people to sign for AEW only to have them all turn on him and throw him out of the building. I like that, John. I like that. Well, Drew McIntyre supposedly quits the company last night. He was tired of what went on with the CM Punk thing, not being screwed or being Scotland screw job, as they're calling it now, from CM Punk. People still cheering Punk. They're setting him up for a long-term fight. He quits the WWE and he deactivates his social media accounts for now. Way to play it out. Back in the day, they could do that. They could go home and pretend. He's pulling a Sandman. Sandman acted like he got burned in the eye with a cigarette and both eyes or something like that. And he stayed home for a month for the gimmick. So Drew's going to pull everything off for the gimmick. Also, returning last night to challenge Damian Priest for the title, Seth freaking Rollins is back. So there you go. And Chad Gable lost his friends as he was pushing around Tawaki, I'm sorry, and pushed him down. And then Otis got mad and pushed down Chad. And Chad, Maxine Dupree, and Tawaki left. No longer, is it the Alpha Academy no longer? I don't know. But the biggest thing was Uncle Howdy's crew is back. And I don't understand how come Braun Strowman's not in there with them. But hey, Undertaker when he comes back in the casket. There you go. But after months of teasing, Uncle Howdy and his stable made their debut last night. It all happened in the main event as Jey Uso celebrated in the crowd after qualifying for the men's Money in the Bank match. As seen in the video, the lights went out, similar to when Bray Wyatt made his return at Extreme Rules. The camera went backstage area and it showed everyone was laid out, including wrestlers and people in production. Chad Gable was shown bloody, presumed after being attacked by Howdy and members of his stable. The show ended with the entire stable posing in the entranceway saying, "We're here." As noted, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, the crazy stalker guy, Joe Gacy, who's kind of the crazy too in NXT, and Eric Rowan, an original member of the Wyatt family, are part of the new Wyatt Six. I don't know what they're going to call them, but that's what they were called. So there you go. It's a good thing that Jay moved on. So there you go. The Undertaker, that's fun. Lights go out. What? What? The lights are going out. What's going on? What's going on? The lights are going out. I'm going to play a little bit of this in the background. The Fireflies are out. Look, they're going to try to make Uncle Howdy and the crew bad guys. But the fans don't want that. They want them as faces. Taker sold it. That gave me goosebumps when he set up the casket. Then the lights went out and came back only to have him behind it. Yeah. Bo Dallas is doing a good job in dedicating to his brother. Raw was actually exciting last night. Come on, come on, come on. We're here. Got one piano thing going. Now, just so you know, Gail, your man Drew is not leaving. He's just doing a good gimmick. He is not going to leave. No fans want Drew McIntyre to leave, even though he's supposed to be a heel, I guess. Uh-oh. Nikki Cross is crawling out to the light. Good morning.
I am so sorry. I have my oldest. I just dropped her off at camp, and there was no way she was going to have a fit because she wanted my phone in the car, and it was like a 25-minute drive to the camp.
No problem.
And I thought I could do it, but she ain't have it. It'd be way too much of a distraction. She would just go crazy.
Well, it's not a problem, brother. We can do it again next week.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
No problem, brother. It ain't no big deal. We understand.
I'm actually on on my way to do a summer league game in basketball. I think Noonan is playing Glenwood in summer league basketball. So that's pretty cool.
Well, that's cool.
Yep. And then Chris and I are doing a Georgia Alabama Sports Live show, and then I go back to Fort Stewart tomorrow. I was only here for 4 days.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, I know it's going to turn out well.
Well, I appreciate you being patient with me. I hope that you're able to, have a backup plan.
I did. I've got a backup plan. Always have backup plan. Always be ready.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you want to do this. It's still under wraps, but it's looking like I'm going to be on 92.1 Monday through Friday. But it's not official.
Okay.
They're probably going to launch the station sometime in the fall, and I can still get shows. I don't know if I'm thinking about just if you want to just replay our show, because it's going to be me and Rick Beach.
Okay.
I think we're calling it like Rick and Rich in the morning.
Okay, you're going to be on in the mornings. All right.
6 to 7.
6 to 7?
6 to 7, yeah. It's basically going to be a leading up to Chris and DJ. It's going to be like sports updates, and it's going to be a setup show for Chris and DJ, because they're going to be on from like 7 to 10.
Okay. So the station's going all sports talk, huh?
Yeah, but it's not official yet. They got to do some logistics and launch the site, launch the station. I can't really talk about it.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's going to affect my relationship with WQEE. I know that. I don't know if the conflict of interest.
Well, that's fine. Whatever.
I don't think it's good to you, because you can replay any show you want, right?
Yeah, I can do I can do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter.
It shouldn't.
I'm saying I probably will I'll probably end the sports feed and just do this show. I mean, still keep my podcast up and maybe replay the show we're doing as part of the sports feed, but it won't be called the sports feed anymore.
Right. Bye, Red. We'll see you, brother. Sorry. Do what?
I wanted to have my own local sports talk radio show live. Because it's 6 to 7. I can do a live in the studio.
Right. And then you can go on to work.
Yeah, it'll be on. It's only an hour, so I'll be able to do it, work and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll just try to take it one day at a time.
Well, all right, brother. Well, just let me know and we'll see.
Okay.
All right, man. Talk to you soon. Next week. All right. Shh. You guys can't tell that secret that a radio station in another city is trying to copy us. I start something and they want to be like us, guys. That's all right. When you're an original. All right, Red, we're sorry you had to go, buddy. We got a little bit more.
vacations from Massachusetts to Indiana. The sweltering heat takes hold in many regions. Earlier in the year, FBI data indicated a sharp drop in violent crime nationwide.
I want you guys to write. I'm sorry. It'd be good for you guys to write. They're just copying me. 7 to 10. What happens when you give people a chance? Other people a chance. Uh-oh. Whoa. This Wyatt family people, or whatever they are. That was cute. Scary but cute. Bye, Red. Anna Marie's like, bye, Red, get out of here. We will make this work. Now, it's in another town anyway. Don't get out as far as I do, but still. It's all right. There'll be other shows that want to come on. I got a lot of people wanting to come on. I got friends in the industry that need to come on. They one and only can be. Well, I mean, they're not going to be doing what I do in the morning anyway. It's all sports. So I'm not worried about that. I just have a sports lineup in the evening. And I'm not worried about that either. It's just he may not be able to do his show on the station anymore because they'll be like, no, you can't talk to Ryan. No, you can't be on there with Ryan. Anna Marie says, no, I'm not. Laugh out loud. No, you can't be on that station with Ryan in Atlanta market. You're with us now. I don't know. They might call me up and ask me to come to work. I don't know. Like, nah, you're not good enough. Oh, I'm joking. I don't care. It's just that he was telling me all that while you guys were on the air listening in the background going, don't tell nobody this. I'm sitting there going, oh, my audience is hearing this. Gotta keep it a secret. So him and me and all of you know the secret. You would be the original. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that. No, it's just people copy the original radio station ideas that nobody else is doing. I'm like, I'm going to do something different. And then corporate radio goes, all right, we're going to try to copy it. It's like when Hall and Nash went to WCW and then they had Razor and Diesel in the WWE and it never worked out very well. For two guys putting on the characters when the guys that made those characters were somewhere else. Now, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. If he gets a chance to do sports radio like that, I'm happy for my brother. He just don't want to not give me any content because he appreciates me. And that says a lot, man. Most people in this business be like, I don't care. I'm going somewhere. I don't care if I hurt somebody's feelings or I don't care if I did this. So he's a good guy. That's the thing. I can tell that he's like, I don't know what I can do. But Pete, shh, it's our secret. Don't go around telling everybody. Shh. All right.
Bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken 31, Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Neal.
insurance and life insurance, look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the best? 706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial top local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Carl here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Owen's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday.
Ah, thank you, Selena. I like metal as long as this guy.
Transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you.
We have a guy that comes in on Wednesdays to do that first Wednesday of the month.
And Tuesday to live in.
All right.
Tune in so
One of those days, everybody wasn't on.
Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home, offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like pet photos and food control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control is your first line of defense. Active Pest Control, prepare, bomb, best termite area.
In the show with that. Is the time dragging? It's got to be dragging. It's good.
Alicia Keys joined by Jay-Z in a rousing performance at Sunday's Tony Awards, celebrating Broadway's finest at Lincoln Center. The glittering award ceremony saw Stereophonic, which was the most nominated play.
All righty, yay!
Jeremy Strong took top acting honors for their roles in Appropriate and An Enemy of the People. And in the musical category, Malia Joy Moon won for her role in Hell's Kitchen, and Jonathan Groff won Best Actor for his role in the revival of Stephen Sondheim's Merrily We Roll Along.
Ooh-wee.
Always understand me, my family knew the life-saving power of fanning the flame of a young person's passion.
Cookie Monster's not the lead singer. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah. Talk about Metallica, though, is good singing. Here we go. I do work on the next day's show, plus I've put together other shows throughout the day. Sometimes people come in live, so I'm bored up for that. And then I go out and I do sales. I do everything in it. I do a lot. Captain Hot Bun says time to rock out. Woohoo!
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, the key in Newton, Georgia.
You got that right. 50,000 plus of you worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. Some of those Cookie Monsters can hit high notes, like Phil from Pantera. All right. Anyway, let's jump back into it. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation. Good morning, Sweet Leaf, Sue, and everybody on there. Also, we're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, the Jordan Communication and Family Radio Stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, included right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and much, much more. Woo-wee! And guess what? We welcome you back in, everybody who's on with us. And it's a hot one today, 75 in my neck of the woods. High near 84 today, not too hot, but it's time of temperature at about 10 minutes past the hour. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? So far, Bruce Lee's leading the pack with 45% of the votes. Christopher Reeves, Superman, 23% of the votes. Bob Crane, Hogan's Hero, 3% of the votes, and 29% going to everybody else from Kurt Cobain to the original Superman George Reeves to Sharon Tate to Robin Williams to George Carlin to everybody you could think of. There you go. The biggest celebrity was Charles Manson. No, I'm just kidding. It's important to have you there during dangerous weather. Yeah. Piped in corporate radio don't report tornadoes. That's right. Thank you. You must have watched the radio days 101 years of radio because that's great. It's 98 today. Oh, it's going to be cool in Arizona. It's only going to be 98. Oh, man, it's cooling down there. Captain, man, what you going to do, man? You're going to have to put some layers of clothes on. It's 98 degrees. Woo, it's 98, man. Woo, golly, woo. Cold front coming through. That's Arizona, guys. And Captain Uplands knows I'm telling the truth. There's only one city in Arizona that really stays cool. Afghanistan, thank you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Greetings to you. I don't know if that's a D or a B. So that poll was rough. That poll is rough, isn't it? It's about as rough as the invasion of the brand new Wyatt Six or whatever they're calling themselves. It's about 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Woo-wee. Charles Manson. Captain Alvin says, I'm going to freeze. I am popular in Afghanistan? Really? Wow, I appreciate that. Do they just like my hair or something? They like the way John and I look. John and I were good looking, right, John? Really, I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. That's awesome. I'm popular on the Navajo Nation. I'm popular in places that most news media people and radio people will never, ever have listeners. Always been like that. Always been like that. And the advertisers that buy with me, usually the ones that give everybody else hell. They come on with me like, that's a good ad, right? Go ahead and run it. I had a guy one time, I did his ad and I ran it the first day and it was on the air and people were working with me like, how many times did you do that ad? Like, I did it one time. That guy usually makes people do it over and over for 2 weeks before it goes on the air. I said, well, he likes me. Usually the buttholes like me, Don't know why, but they do. We have internet. I watch you with my friends and family. Thank you. We'll tell your friends and family good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is there. Good night to you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Oh, man. So let's see what we got. A little movie reviews we're going to do for you. TV. Shane's usually with us, but he's out this week. He was out of town and he told me he was. So he said, I won't be on this week. That's fine. And I didn't go, hey, Shane, what are you doing? Why are you not telling me everything's going on with your life? Now I'll mess with him with that. He'll laugh, but yeah. All right, guys. Jennifer Lopez honored her husband, Ben Affleck, on Father's Day. Everybody kept talking about the couple possibly breaking up. And she took him out to a ball game and I guess a basketball game or something over the weekend. So there you go. Sharon, what you doing this morning? Welcome from Iowa with us. We got people from Afghanistan, Luke, tuning in. Yes, how much internet is in Afghanistan? There you go. guys want to support the show, $sign RyanShelander. And they told me that I can get that super chat thing up. I'm trying to work on that for you guys and everything. But right now I'm super chatting you guys out anyway. You don't have to pay to get your name out there on here. You just help a brother out. That's fine. I want to call you everybody's name out. I don't know why. Tell your listeners to pay you for you to talk about them. Really? That's not what a radio man thinks. Hulu streaming all 9 Brat Pack movies. You know this? Oh, Lord. Older people, you're going to enjoy this. Starlink. Okay, that's from, what's his name? Elon's got one thing. That's what he did. All right. All right. Thank you. Hulu is going to be bringing back the Brat Pack documentary Brats, which reached the #1 charts by streaming all the 9 Brat Pack films. Andrew McCarthy interviewed his fellow Brat Pack members in Brat Pack Brats on how they feel about being labeled that in the 1980s. You know who those were. If you remember the Breakfast Club, majority of the people in the Breakfast Club were there. Ringwald, Andrew McCarthy, Ali Sheely, she played in that movie as the other girl. Molly Ringwald was in that one. Also, Judd Nelson, who played the rocker dude. Amelia Estevez. Rob Lowe was not that movie, but he was part of that group. Anthony Michael Hall, Matthew Broderick, and Demi Moore were all part of the Brat Pack back in the day. Starlink is a internet that is provided by Elon Musk's group. Those nine 1980s classics will be, oh my God. Oh, no. This is so cool. They're going to be doing this on Hulu. And I know Shane will check this out too. You guys got to check. About Last Night, Betsy's Wedding, Blue City, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a good one. Fresh Horses, Say Anything, St. Elmo's Fire, Taps, and Weird Science. I wish they'd put in their Breakfast Club, but the documentary is going to be out, and they're all talking about the good old days. They did different movies. The Brat Pack. The Brat Pack, yeah. I remember the Brat Pack. Watched all of those movies in the day. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, yes. Yeah, the Brat Pack. Yeah, they were so bad. They were the only ones that could drink and party without getting too heavily. Rob and Demi went on to be big movie stars too. They all did. Was Michael J. Fox in it too? No, he wasn't.
They said, what's more important to you, the movie or your life? And I said, the movie, Andrew.
Hey.
Why did we take it as an offense? As opposed to like what? Because we were young. We were so angry one was. That's what I was saying. I'm not.
John Cryer said he wasn't in it.
You did not, Andrew. No, you did not.
I'm not going to say we're
So there you go. I'm going to watch this thing on Hulu. I got to check this out. And of course, they had Michael Jackson. They talked, well, not Michael Jackson, but Michael J. Fox and Leah Thompson, they asked her, she wasn't part of it either. Maybe he should have been. Michael J. Fox did some teen movies during that time period. I saw a movie where they had a bunch of people in it. It was called High School USA, and it had a bunch of those people that were in the 80s, like the Michael J. Foxes when they were young, to all the people that were in the 60s from the Gilligan's Islands and the Happy Days and Leave It to Beaver and everything. I don't know if you guys watched that. So there you go. In the UK, I live, but I was born in Ireland, says Premier Improvements. Cool. Love Michael J. Fox. Starlink is a satellite system. Yep. Starlink is a satellite system. Starlink seems good, man. It's probably better. Yeah, I think so, Anna Marie. HD Reese, yep, she was on yesterday. Had a good show. Except for that one little part she had to press out. That you can't say on radio. And soon not to be say on the internet. You know, why you won't let us cuss? No. Can't curse. What's wrong with you? Some professional. She didn't do it. Her guest did. Anyway, back to what we were saying. So there you go, man. This thing is going to premiere on June. It premiered on June 13th. The official trailer did. And you can check it out now on Hulu. And then they're going to have a group of movies behind it. I wish they would play, but they're playing the ones with the main Brat Pack in it. So, and everything where the 6 of them are in that vehicle together and everything. So there you go. Wow. Charles Barkley said he's going to be leaving television next year after NBA's next year's season. So there you go. Hey, guess what, Taylor Swift fans? Her Tortured Poets Department is still #1 in the U.S. album charts. That's right. And Pope Francis met with a lot of comedians over the weekend, including Chris Rock, Jimmy Fallon, Conan O'Brien, Stephen Colbert, Juliet Lewis-Dreyfus, and Whoopi Goldberg, and many more, making him laugh. Pope Francis thought it was funny. He's like, who are all these grown folks around me? There ain't no kids around. Did I did wrong. Who do you think will win the Euro 24? I haven't been paying too much attention to that. Is that the one where the USA is in it and winning right now? If it is, go USA. Anna Marie says, would have loved to been privy to the meeting with the Pope. I know, right? Cher, Pete says, is saying hello back to you. No, European. Oh, yeah. I'm not keeping up with it. Yeah, you have to send me some information. I do know that part of the Rod Peterson show, they keep up with it as well. There you go. So I have to look more into it. Sorry about that. I got to look more into it. All right, Hollywood movies. The top 10 movies from over the box office weekend. I'm not going to give you all 10 of them because some of them are still the same ones and all that good stuff. But Mad Max moved all the way down to number 7, 2.4 million. If is down to 3.5 million at number 6. The Garfield movie moved to number 4 with 5 million. King of the Planet of the Apes at 5.2 million at number 3. Bad Boys Ride or Die moved down to number 2, 33 million. And Inside Out topped the box office with 155 million this weekend. The kids got taken out to the movies. You know, all those mothers want to go have their, iced teas in the daytime. So, yeah. Yeah, so they got it. Well, the number 9 movie in the box office was The Strangers. I know you would have liked that one if you liked horror movies. 760,000 there. And I've never heard the Watchers. I don't know if that's a horror movie or not. So there you go. Oh no, not Hollywood. Yeah, we do a little Hollywood news for you. You know, The Outsiders and Red Dawn star C. Thomas Howell, who also played in that movie where he colored his skin and he went to school as an African-American kid. You remember him? He was in The Outsiders. He was in many movies. He was adjacent to the Brat Pack back in the 80s, but he wasn't part of it. Well, Howell says that he feels like he's been training for this performance that his whole life. The 57-year-old will be playing a Texas bull rider because his father was a real bull rider. He's playing a Texas bull rider who's riding for money to help his young daughter out who has cancer and has cancer treatments. It is going to be seen out on Netflix. So there you go. Wow. And there you go. Sheriff says, Michael Landon, Patrick Swayze, or Paul Walker affected me the most. So they're in the other category. The only member of the Highway to Heaven family and Little House on the Prairie family that really kind of passed away was Michael Landon. And he wasn't even that good a guy that he portrayed on TV. Sup, Clayton, how you doing? Well, I still can watch those Little House on the Prairies, and there's a lot of family values in that stuff. Wow. Man. Remember back when shows used to talk about God? Kind of like I talk about God. Remember when they used to talk about God? Yeah. Whatever happened to those days? All right. Anyway, coming out on Netflix, man. It's a brand new bull riding movie that's coming out, and they haven't said when it's going to come out or anything. But Thomas Howell is starring in it. I'm just different name. Oh, you're just a different name. Okay. 12 says, leave Michael Landon alone. Okay, 12. Okay. I'm not going to mess with you. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? 22% say Superman Christopher Reeves. 3% say Bob Crane of Hogan's Heroes. Bruce Lee leading the pack at 45% of the votes, and other has 30% of votes. That includes Kurt Cobain, George Reeves, the original Superman, Sharon Tate, Michael Landon, Patrick Swayze, Robin Williams, George Carlin, Paul Walker, many more. So there you go. You love Bonanza, says Cher. Little Joe. That's when Little Joe was Little Joe. That's when Michael Landon was probably the best version of himself, ladies and gentlemen. Besides being on TV, he was the best version of himself off of television. Family Man. And did you see the movie that John Snyder played Michael Landon in? Yep. Yeah, you can't talk about God anymore, except for on this show. I only have 50,000 plus listeners on the Shoutcast, and all over the Navajo Nation as well as Canada and everything, and then what's on here. But we still don't have the impact that Roku has. Well, we might have the impact Roku has. It's not there yet. Give it a couple of years, Ruku's going to destroy cable. So, Roku, why don't you start advertising with me? Get your advertising heard right here on the RyanORadio Penitentiary with the inmates. We have the coolest inmates ever. I mean, we're not quite as cool as Uncle Howdy and his crew now, but come on. And somebody liked horror movies, you check that out earlier in sci-fi. You need to check that out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more Hollywood news and more stuff going on and this, that, and the other. And I'm going to tell you what I checked out and what. Oh, the Ginny Jump is on with us. Good morning. Sounds like a good radio show name. You know, since we discover radio state shows here. And then some of them want to move on. Not really, they don't. But back in a moment. Daily stuff with Samantha. What's up, Samantha? We got two good show names back to back, the Ginny Jump and Daily Stuff. Looking forward to meeting you soon, our good friends are.
Georgia, Alabama, Florida, 770-598-0860. John P. Lewis.
Good morning, Sam, as well. Thank you for being with us. Hey, Jenny and Samantha from Anna Marie in Newnan. Thing you need to know about Anna Marie is she cooks chili, and when she didn't win the chili cook-off, she was off for months. The chili cook-off at her husband's work, even though he voted. He still got punished. I'm picking Anna Marie. Oh, Lord.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Back begin the armchair quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Back begin the armchair quarterbacks.
That story keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's the way. That's the way the media is. We got to take something that was you just did a chili cook-off, and the husband's work shift kind of changed around. I had to turn it into he messed up. The world is coming to an end. You put him out on the couch. That's the way to make that. You got to make it more exciting. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Hey, hot for the Montreal. Go Oilers. David. Hey, from hot Montreal, says David. Go Oilers. They got a game tonight against the Panthers in Sunrise, Florida. The Boston Celtics already took it. You guys said yesterday, that was my poll question, who was going to take the game 5. Celtics took their game 5 last night. Will the Panthers take theirs tonight? I think Panthers fans are ready for it. 8 p.m. Check that out. Yeah, Anna Marie, you got to keep it in mind. You got to extend the stories. Everybody's like, Anna Marie's like, every time you tell a story about the chili cook-off, it turns bigger and bigger and get longer and longer, bigger and bigger. Yeah, that's the way media is. You know, you got to take something and blow it out of proportion. That's the only way to get all those clickbait likes and everything. You know, Jennifer Lopez honors her husband on Ben Affleck on Father's Day. No, they get into this big fight. She makes him this big steak dinner. He doesn't like it. They throw wine at each other, which really didn't happen. But you got to make it bigger and lie. I mean, clickbaiting. It's never lies if it's clickbaiting. Just because the reality was Anna Marie, your husband had a shift change right after the loss that you took for the chili cook-off. I just had to add some more to the story. Never been to Montreal. I would love to. Hey, Ryan, that's where Nick is from. HD Reese. Yeah, the guy was on with him yesterday. On with her yesterday. Yep. The Ginny Jump says, do we now? Yes. That's what we got to do, guys. That's how you do it. You know, never been to Canada, always wanted to. Now, H.D. Reese has a show on the network on Mondays. She had somebody from Canada. So here's a question that doesn't make sense. Do you have an OnlyFans? No, I don't. So those will be shut down in a couple of months, unless they pay to be on X, triple X with Elon Musk. Matt, welcome in this morning. Good morning to you, Matt. We hope you're doing well. It's never lies if it's a clickbait radio, dude, Ryan. That's right. It never is lies if it's clickbait. That's where you get all this stuff on the internet and everything. Chili Beats, what's up? Sup, brother? Still sick? I'm glad you made it in, though. Everybody was concerned about you this morning. Red Bricks is already gone. He was asking if you had survived the night. I said, I'm sure he did. You know how Red Bricks is his personality and his sense of humor is. All right, which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact on you? Christopher Reeves, Superman, 23%, Bob Crane, 3%, other, which is everybody from Kurt Cobain to George Carlin, 29%, and Bruce Lee is leading that pack at 45% of the votes. So there you go. Voted. Matt, we're glad you're with us, though. And you better be at home. Is Pete asking you at home? You better be at home. Or I'm going to have to send Pete up there to drag you home. And Pete will go do it. And if he can't do it, I'll send Gail and Cher after you, and they'll make you go home. They the OGs here. Sorry about that. Good. I'm at home till 7 p.m. You don't need to go to work tonight if you're still sick. You know what's going to get you feeling better? Some good soup, some orange juice, and watching Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. Well, that's not too many hours, 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. That's not too many. Maybe those hours you can sit there and just play on your phone. Or you can take a nap for like 3 of those hours. You work the first hour, take a nap from 8 to 10, and then wake up from 10 to 11. Yep. David says, anyone old enough to remember the TV series Combat? Vic Monroe. I don't know if I remember that one, but some people may. Great show, ran 5 seasons. I might have to check it out. Always the good shows run for about 4 or 5 seasons. Ooh. Guys, I was telling everybody about it yesterday. I'll tell it again since it is Twisted Tuesday and we're doing movie and TV show reviews. I watched Radio Day's 101 Years of Radio. Rat Patrol. Woo, I've heard of that one. I've heard of that one, though. 101 years of radio. It started back when radio first started, when you had like Orson Welles on and radio shows and the Bing Crosby show or all that kind of stuff back in the day. Whatever, radio shows. And then when television came into existence, I thought radio was going to die, and it turned to music and DJs over the years. And then MTV came in, and they thought, well, MTV was going to destroy because a radio programmer in Detroit came up with the idea with MTV and went to New York and produced it and had VJs instead of DJs. Great thing, but it still didn't destroy radio. And then it went all the way to the 90s where radio became corporately owned, that's what destroyed radio, was corporate radio, not real radio. And local radio is still doing well. And even when the internet, which is going to be controlled by the FCC, like I told everybody years ago, it's starting to, it's still not destroyed. So, 2 words for everybody. Radio lives. A 3rd word, radio lives forever. It's like somebody said earlier in here, Selena said, you got to have radio for local stuff too. All right. Yeah, Bonanza and Gunsmoke, great shows, David. Those were ones that when I was coming up, my dad was watching. Talking about Bonanza, we had a Little Joe fan in here a few minutes ago, Michael Landon fan in here. Now, I started talking about Michael Landon, and 12 told me, do not. Cher loves them too. Those shows on Stars movies. Yep, they are. Chicken soup, orange juice, chicken soup at night, orange juice in the morning, soap operas in the afternoon. Love it. That's right. That's how you take care of yourself. And soap operas, if he watches them soap operas today, he'll be like, what's going on? What's Sharon doing? There's always a Sharon somewhere. What's Hope doing? There's always a Hope on one of them. Bo, what's Bo doing? There's always a Bo on one of them. Victor, oh my goodness. Morgan. Jason Morgan. Yeah. Stefan. Yeah, there you go. Just anything. Yeah, to get you better. No soaps for me, thank you. Look, they'll make you feel better because you're like, look, I don't want to watch this tomorrow, so I'm going to get to feeling better today. Why do you think kids got to feeling better? They get sick. Remember when we used to get sick and soap operas were on all day on all three main networks, and you're like, hey, Granny, can we watch Ghostbusters? No, we're watching What Happens with Bo and Hope, Luke and Laura. What's going on with the girl of all my children, whatever? Oh my goodness, we got to find out what's going on with Victor. Yeah, you got healed up, and I'm going to school tomorrow. I ain't sitting out here all day watching Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless, General Hospital, All My Children, Another World, One Life to Live. Yellowstone's a good show, though. It's not And then, remember back in the day, it was even worse with soap operas. You had daytime soaps, then you had nighttime soaps. Dallas, a Dynasty, Falcon Crest. What was the other one? There was one that was a spinoff from Dallas or whatever it was called. Cher said, I used to be addicted to soaps. The Jenny Jump says, laugh out loud, so true. I mean, look, I'm just trying to get you better, Matt. And if making you watch the soap operas gets you better, you'll be like, man, I'm feeling way much better. I can work. Even though I'm going to be working tonight. You're going to be dancing around like the guy in Mary Poppins there. After you watch these shows, you're like, I do not want to watch these no more. Guys, those of you who have Roku, have you noticed that the background is House of Dragon? HBO is teasing weeks ahead of the House of Dragon season 2. I haven't watched the season 1. We watched one episode of it. It was not as good as the original Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. Anyway, the network shared a trailer for the second season, episodes beginning this Sunday, season premiere. House of Dragons is fantasy based on George R.R. Martin's book, Fire and Blood. It revolves around the Dance of the Dragon, a war that succeeded with the family 200 years prior to Game of Thrones. So there you go. Never really liked it. There you go. Anna Marie says, I loved General Hospital back in the day. Knots Landing, that's right, was the spinoff from Dallas, yes. Because the brother couldn't live in Dallas, so he had to move off because he was part of a millionaire family and he fell in love with a waitress. Oh my goodness. Can't have any poor folks anymore. Let's see here. Bruce Lee for sure. Yes, indeed. Bruce Lee is a good one. I love Knots Landing and Dallas, says Christopher. Never seen it, right? Never seen what? House of Dragons? I mean, I saw one episode. Who shot JR? Well, it was his sister-in-law who ran off to Knots Landing and hid there for a while. And if you were watching both shows, you knew that his sister-in-law that he was having an affair with was the one that shot him over the summer. But if you never paid attention to the second show, everybody was like, who shot him? Yep. Christine or whatever her name was, whatever. Why are we talking soap operas? We're getting way into it. Oh, we're trying to get Matt. See, Matt, are you feeling any better? We got another wanderer on here. Thank you about answering the poll question. This is talking movies and shows and stuff. Sorry, bad joke, laugh out loud. No, it's not a bad joke. He really was. I never watched Dallas, but got caught up on Who Shot JR craze anyway. But got caught up in the Who Shot JR craze anyway. There you go. Oh, you never seen Game of Thrones? Man, it's way better than this House of Dragons ever thought of being. Now, going to the first season of it, it's an HBO show. It's like adult content. By the time the second season got there, they realized that people didn't care for all the adult content that much, that they were more into the storylines. And by the time the show ended, it was more like a show that could have been seen on regular TV. The first season and a half, it was HBO and Skinamax. Game of Thrones was pretty good. I was like, what? And the brother and sister were having a relationship. Oh, Lord. I was like, man, is this Mississippi? I mean, come on. I'm just kidding. Somebody in Mississippi is going to get me. Ooh. Hey, Ballroom, we're talking about that. My sister sure is a pretty girl. That's why I'm married. Oh, Lord. Yeah, but JR's sister-in-law that he was having an affair with shot him because she broke up with her because all JR ever did was use women. And then when Patrick Duffy left that year, that season was a terrible Dallas season when he supposedly died, and then his wife took over as partner, and then JR had to end up being a good guy. JR that season ended up being a good guy, faithful to his wife, fought against the people that he was dealing with that were trying to come in and destroy the company that were from foreign countries. They had just turned JR into a good guy that season, and nobody wanted to see it that season. That was like the missing season of Patrick Duffy being, I guess he was asleep or his wife was asleep the whole time and dreamed that he had died and JR had turned good. I only know all this because the wife watched those shows. Who Shot JR was a running joke for 2 decades. It really was. Remember we used to do it with our hand, Who Shot JR? And we'd always tell everybody they were number 1 at the end. Who Shot JR? Who Shot JR? Yeah, remember that? We were dirty little kids. Then our parents found us, they beat the hell out of us. It was called whoopings back then. You get a black eye, broken arm, thrown out of the tree by your daddy. It was just a whooping. Oh, Lord. All right, so there you go. I think we got everything we need to do with shows. Who did shoot JR? Well, it was his sister-in-law, Christina, or whatever her name was on the show. He was having an affair with her. And he turned her down, and she was trying to pay her to leave town. And she shot him and left town and went to Knott's Landing to hide out for a little bit. And I only found out that she went to Knott's Landing because I saw it on the internet about 2 weeks ago. Like, wait a minute, really? So if you'd have been watching both shows back then and been a hardcore fan of Dallas and Knott's Landing, you knew she did it. And everybody was telling me she did it. No, she did. No, you know she did it. Because I watched both of the shows. Oh, Christine, yeah. Yeah, that was her name, Christine. I couldn't remember. Something like that. But she had shot him, left town, and went to Knott's Landing to hide out. And I only saw her show up. I saw a little segment on the YouTube where she had knocked on the door, came in. Oh, some bad thing just happened. I got to hide out here for a while. Like, wait a minute. You could have put 2 and 2 together back then if you'd watched both shows. Dadgummit. All right, we'll close out the show in just a few moments, back in a moment after the break.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Neal.
Yeah, she shot him and left. That was what it was. She shot him and bounced, man. It was during that whole summer, nobody knew what happened. I was watching A team in Dukes of Hazzard, so I wasn't paying attention to it. But years later, and then we had a running joke as a kid, who shot JR, and we'd count our fingers off. So we showed everybody we gave them the Stone Cold salute. And anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah. And then I saw a couple of weeks ago, it was like spin-off shows. I was looking for spin-off shows on the internet just because I like spin-off shows too, and crossover shows. And one of the crossover shows, it said Christine went to Knott's Landing, and it showed her knocking on the door, and whoever answered the door, I don't know who the character was, because I didn't know him. She comes in and goes, I got to hide out here for a while. I did something I shouldn't have did. And I sat there thinking, people that were paying attention to those shows back then probably knew she did it and was telling everybody she did it. And everybody, no, she ain't been here.
If you are a sports fan in Columbus, it doesn't get any more local than
Yep. She was Mary Crosby, Bing Crosby's daughter.
Columbus Rapids, Columbus Lions, Columbus Chattanooga, Columbus State Cougars, and Lady.
Yeah, I can definitely give you a shout out and help promote your channel, my friend. What is your channel, by the way?
You can always message me on my Twitter page or Facebook page.
I can't really see it that well because this is small on the. So put your name in there for me too. Especially with the way it's wrote. I can see Christopher's full name because he's got it wrote out like that in 12. But all I can see is the big F. U.S. Is that an S or I can't see it? Let me see if I can see it with my glasses on. No, it's still too small. But I can give you a shout out. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Oh, there you go. Thank you for Anna Marie for saying that. Fusion. Thank you. Good morning to you. And go follow him if you can, or she. I don't know if it's he or she. Follow him or her. I don't know. I didn't know. When you have a name like that, you never know who, what, when, and where, and why. All right. Thank you very much, Anna Marie. Because it's just too small for me to see. Because I'm recording this show on the YouTube over my phone in the studio, the radio studio. So, because I need the computers over here for all my other stuff. All right, we're getting ready to get out of here. Which Hollywood star's death had the biggest impact? 131 votes so far. Jesus Christ, thank you guys for voting so much on this. Rob Crane from Hogan's Heroes, last place, 4% of the votes. 23% of the votes, Superman Christopher Reeves. Other, that means everybody from Kurt Cobain all the way to whoever else, to Robin Williams, 29% of the votes. And finally, ladies and germs, Bruce Lee took the number one spot with 44% of the votes. Matt's going to get him some rest. Have a great day, Matt. Make sure you get some rest for a few hours of work tonight. I tell you what can save you is going to be those soap operas. I'm just telling you right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to probably leave this for tomorrow's show. We'll talk about In the Skies, air updates. The Southwest Airline Boeing 734 MAX 8 aircraft almost come so close to crashing, like within 400 feet, crashing into the ocean. And FAA is looking into a 8-year-old Missouri girl who died on a Skywest Airlines flight to Chicago in the Illinois area. We'll talk more about that tomorrow morning on the show and everything. Hope you do get feeling better, Matt. We appreciate it. All I needed was WQEE radio. Wow. Oh, thank you. And the RyanORadio Penitentiary, thank you. I put that in there so everybody knows it was me and not the rest of the people on the station. One for me, they wouldn't be on the station anyway. I'm just kidding. See, I'm honest. I'm honest. Oh, Lord. I'm the main course. I'm just kidding. Feel better, Matt, for sure. I'm glad he is feeling better. Make sure you get some rest throughout the day. Take a good nap. Take some medicine because you only 7 to 11 is not many hours for what you do and everything tonight. So, woo! I got my coffee. It's waking me up. I want to thank you guys. Tomorrow's Weird Wednesday. We'll have another show without a guest, but Thursday we should have Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast, another unsolved homicide in small town USA, somewhere in the United States and outside the United States. And on Friday, we got 2 big guests for you. H.D. Reese from Empower Strikes Back radio show and author extraordinaire and Warrior Defenders leader will join us Friday in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:30. And then we're going to have our friend Derek from, he'll be joining us from Empowered for Life. He'll be joining us talking about a big golf tournament coming up and everything you're going to be a part of and how it's going to benefit the Empowered for Life kids, which is your organization that helps kids seen at colleges and minor colleges, some of the colleges out there that they may not get to go to the big colleges, but they get to go around and they get to see some of the big colleges too, but they get to go around to college campuses and visit and everything and see from junior high and high school kids, see this is where you want to be. So we'll talk with him on Friday as well. But today I was left hanging thanks to Richard and his kids. No, I'm just kidding, Richard. Not really, Richard, not really. Because Shane told me last week he wasn't going to be on, and he was saddened by it. He was just, it broke his heart. He's like, man, I don't know what you're going to do, man. I'm sorry, but I'm still out of town. I'm like, I know. It's not going to be the same without you, Shane. We'll still have a good time, but it's still not going to be the same without you. And then Richard calls and says, hey, man, I ain't got time to talk to you, man. I'm just kidding, guys. Not really. Sort of, kind of. Sort of, kind of, not really. Because I didn't get through everything I wanted to get through, man. I do have a few things I want to get through tomorrow. So, we'll leave that. Take that page out. And we'll be able to get together. There's a few things I didn't get to today I want to get to tomorrow. Yes, Pete is a chef. He can fix you up some real good homemade chicken soup. Man, forget that Campbell's crap. Homemade chicken soup has real chickens in it, real vegetables, real everything in it. Oh, yeah. I like real homemade chicken soup. I don't like that stuff in a can. It's got a little noodle. Ugh. I mean, when it was 25 cents, it's good to get, but now it's almost 10 a.m. Yes, indeed. We got a couple of minutes. We're getting ready to get out of here. And you guys will appreciate you being with us. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. Praying for Matt to be able to eat. Get some soup. Get some good soup in you, brother. Until we meet again, peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Stay tuned for last hour broadcast, followed by Passion Life Church with Pastor Terrell Scott. We've got Deborah Harris and Terrell Scott today. 2 hours of nonstop getting your God on. Then 12 to 2 is the Rod Peterson Show right here on the network weekdays from 12 to 2. Rich Holzer takes over at 2 to 3, and 3 to 5 will be Braves Country Radio. Back tomorrow. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. In Kennedy. Gail does not need to leave like that anymore early. She does not have permission to leave the class early anymore. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. We appreciate you guys being with us all morning long. YouTube you later. You take care, Christopher. I know you're busy. You got to go too. I appreciate all you guys being with us. I'm just trying to get all this out of the way. All right. Ooh, all right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. You'll have 3 hours with me tomorrow too. You guys take care. Be kind to one another. Be kind to somebody else. Mac, make sure you get some sleep and get some soup in you or something. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.